All right, everybody, it is day 10. We're in double digits now. Today we have hired our own private tour guide to take us around the island. His name is Kibe. He's going to be taking us around and showing us everything we haven't figured out yet since we've been here. And right now we're on our first stop. This is a lookout point. Looks out over the island. Looks out over the bay. And we're going to just take you along on this little tour and maybe learn a little bit about St. Martin that we haven't learned yet since we've been here. So let's go. You ready?
Yes.
So it's kind of unique because we've already been on the island for 9 days and we've already driven all around. So we told our driver, show us the stuff that we wouldn't see off the normal loop. So he took us to all the different areas. This is Simpson Bay, looking back to where our hotel is back over there. Down here is the water desalination plant and the power plant that runs the Dutch side of the island.
They get the fuel from that cargo ship out there.
That's right. You could actually see the underwater pipeline that goes between the ships and also the pipeline that feeds the water desalination plant. It was pretty cool.
But this is the view from the Dutch side.
That's right. There were lots of statues around the island of different historical figures from the country of St. Martin. And most of the roundabouts had monuments at the in the middle of those as well. Our tour guide Kishore had a really interesting accent.
Traffic. For you guys stay from the airport come in the afternoon time.
Yeah.
4 o'clock hit you is a hell of a get out of there.
Oh, yeah.
We dealt with some of that yesterday, coming back from Angola. Our next stop was Phillipsburg. This is where all the big Caribbean cruise ships from time to time will dock and bring all the tourists in to do some shopping and just hanging out in Phillipsburg.
It's kind of interesting because they all sell the same stuff.
Yeah, if there were 20 salespeople here with different setups, probably about 15 of them had the same hats, shirts, and necklaces and so on in there. So it was rare to find one that had something a little different. But we did find some good souvenirs, some good t-shirts. I got some button downs, all that kind of stuff. If you go there, you gotta know you can haggle with these folks. If you say no enough, they'll drop the price down by $5-10 or whatever it is they're trying to sell you. So be mindful.
Especially, we went on a day that there was no cruise ships, so we had more of an advantage.
Exactly. Had this been a day that there were cruise ships in town, there would have been 100 people in this little market where we're at, and we would have all been competing for all these goods. So it was kind of nice to not be so crowded. Kishore was nice enough to just drop us off and go park, keep the air conditioning going in the car so that when we got done, we could go over and see him and get back on our tour. But we spent a good, 20 minutes, 30 minutes down here shopping?
Oh, yeah.
It was good. Nice to be able to support the local people that are trying to do their thing. Then we were back on the road. Nice. Kishore knew all the back roads and all the places to take us that we'd never been before, which was really cool. One thing we really got to see was the devastation that was strewn about the island from the 2017 Hurricane Irma. That was really sad to see how much destruction it had done, and they're still rebuilding even today. This next stop was kind of funny. This was people must be feeding them because they come straight. Look at all these turtles. As soon as the car stops, all these turtles started coming toward us across the lake. You can see about 10, 15 of them swimming from the other side of the water.
And the sad part is we didn't have anything to feed them.
Yeah, if we knew we could feed animals, we would have brought at least a loaf of bread or something with us. There was lots of little turtles, and wait till you see these iguanas. The iguanas were really I'm sure they'll be fine.
Aggressive?
Friendly, super friendly.
Oh, friendly, yes, friendly.
So watch for any movement in these bushes.
Those are all iguanas.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all in the trees right here.
And in a moment, they're all going to be at our feet. It's like they came out, sized us up, and then we're like, okay, it's safe. We're gonna go out and say hi to these tourists
1,
and get
2,
some
3,
food.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
He ain't shy at all. He's coming right over. Look how long he is.
Oh yeah.
His tail's twice as long as his body.
Right? Is that the one that chased me?
Yeah.
One of these iguanas chased me. I was so scared. No, maybe it was that one.
That guy. Nope, it was the first one.
I got a little scared. I wish I had food to feed them, but if we did have food for them, I can imagine it'd be like the scene from Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Where that little girl's like feeding the little thingies.
Absolutely.
And then they swarm on her.
Right. I'm surprised they're not scared of humans.
Because the tourists are coming every day and feed them.
Just look at them on that tree. Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness, they're all coming.
They're like the
I'm
turtles.
scared now. I'm a little scared.
Run, Cindy. This one's coming for me. My goodness. That is awesome. Great spot. Yeah, this is a see, this is the type of stuff that we never would have found just on our own.
Yeah, it's outer boundary.
We never would have known. We made a couple more stops on our way across the island. This is Oyster Pond. One of the biggest resorts in St. Maarten is on Oyster Pond. And then we made our way over to what Keyshore told us is called Point 2. A lot of shallow water here. Some of the local fishermen catch a lot of oysters in this area as well due to the low water levels.
And we climbed up some stairs for a lookout that is on the French side.
That's right.
It was absolutely gorgeous.
I wish I had the right shoes. I would have probably walked out in the water and kind of looked around to see what kind of creatures were in the water. We saw our tour guide down by the water doing something. We knew he was up to something, so we went down to check it out, and sure enough, he'd pulled a sea urchin out of the water.
Oh, he moves. He's moving. He's moving.
Cindy was
Okay, take him.
brave enough. No, he's yours. Take him home.
I was like, take him now.
One time, couple of during Christmas time, somebody gonna walk over there and they step on a white one.
A white one?
Yeah, they get a whitish color one. Yeah, you stick in the foot, each one of these spines will break off in your feet.
No.
You have to call the ambulance to take him to the hospital to get it out.
Oh, wow.
Those are called sea urchins?
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah,
Shoe on the sea urchin.
super proud of Cindy. I did not think she'd have the. I mean, she was just running from iguanas a minute ago.
This is our next lookout point 2.
Point 2?
The real lookout point.
Okay.
So we went to the dot side, lookout point, to the front side.
I definitely recommend hiring a tour guide.
Yeah, it wasn't very expensive. I want to say $300, but if you consider you can bring up to 8 people, you can split that easily. Then we went to the next iguana, I guess they call it farm area. There was a lady working here selling food that you could feed to the iguanas, which, as you can see, as soon as you throw it out, swarm.
There were more iguanas here than the
Oh my
last
gosh.
stop.
Yeah. Bigger ones,
That is wild.
brighter ones. It was definitely the spot to come to if you want to see the most iguanas you can see in one spot, at least as far as I know. Yeah, hey, big guy.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
big guy. They change colors to kind of match up with whatever environment they're living in. We've been told that when the leaves get brown, they turn brown, and when the leaves get
So
really
many of
bright,
them.
they get really bright. And when they get really big, they turn orange, according to Keyshore.
Oh, that guy's losing a tail.
Yeah, that's a big boy.
We were standing on carpet, and it gets really hot, so you notice that they don't want to be on the carpet.
Wow. For someone who's never seen iguanas before, this is a lot of iguanas. Do they bite each other's tails off, or they just come off?
No, some of them, something hold them.
Oh, they get
Yeah.
snagged.
You want to feed them? You can feed them, take a picture of them. Hold this, then have a look.
I hid in the van for the first couple minutes. The big guy there just took it from the little guy. Ryan was trying to feed the little one.
That big one's the size of Roxy.
Yeah. Please, sir, can I have another?
I give them rice and macaroni, but I don't know why she didn't bring the rice there.
They like rice and macaroni?
Yeah, they love rice and macaroni.
That's funny. All right, so that was our last iguana stop. Then we had to head over to the French side of the island. This was nice for me. It was the first time I could go around the island and not have to pay attention to driving. When we got back over to Marigot, our first stop was at Fort Louis, which is a old fort from back in the pirating days.
1734.
Yeah, is that what it was?
Yeah. It's amazing how much has withstood the hurricanes and everything.
Yes, yes. It was very cool. A lot of the original stone walls are still standing. There were some cannons up there. Pretty neat. The goal of this fort was to defend from British and Dutch pirates the settlement and the warehouses of Marigot Port, where the harvested products such as rum, salt, coffee, and sugarcane were all stored.
To get up to the fort, we had to walk up about 100 stairs.
Yeah.
Woo.
That's right. A little bit of exercise at the high point of the heat. But when we got up there, it was totally worth it. The view was beautiful. Got to look down over the town of Marigot. They still fly the French flag up there, which is really neat. There was no fee or anything to come check it out. It was open to the public. And they had historical markers all over the place to kind of tell you a little bit about the fort. The view was just breathtaking. You could see how they could really have a full 360-degree view of the whole area to protect the town from any invaders that might be coming in. I play a lot of Assassin's Creed, and this gave me all kinds of Assassin's Creed memories of playing Black Flag. It took me there immediately.
I can only imagine what that would have looked like in its glory days.
Right. A harbor just full of sailing ships.
Pirate ships, too.
Yeah.
Wars going on. Of course, I had to go up to the flag and pose.
That's right. Tippy top. After we left the fort, we went down into town and went to one of the restaurants that was recommended by Keyshore. This was a Creole restaurant called Rosemarys Creole Seafood.
She's been doing this for over 40 years.
And she was in the store when we were there. It's just a small shop, and she was there serving.
The food was amazing.
Yeah, it's really good.
This was the experience that I wanted to feel. I wanted some authentic food that everybody who lives on the island knows about.
Yeah, the locals, there was a lot of locals eating here. We shared a little bit of this frosty, delicious drink to cool us down a little bit.
It's banana
daiquiri or something?
Baileys.
Something. And then, let's see, I got the jerk chicken with rice and potato salad. Cindy got the stewed chicken.
And regular jerk chicken, but you got ribs, though.
Oh, I did get some ribs, too. Yeah, it was really good. Real tasty. Afterwards, we headed across the street to another French bakery. This one was top-notch.
Oh, everything I expected.
Just mind-blowing. All the stuff they had ready to go. It was exactly what we were hoping for in a French bakery. I know that we visited some other ones earlier in our vacation, but this one just was really above and beyond those other ones. Heck, they even had hamburgers. These were like pizza quiches. Those looked really interesting to me.
I would love to go there again.
Yeah, we might have to swing by there again before we leave.
So they have these weird sandwiches things. Those are all sandwiches.
Yeah, salads and, health food kind of stuff, options. And
There
we got a whole bunch of croissants to bring back to our room so we can have those for breakfast over the next couple days. They just had such a neat array of cakes and pies and baked goods. It was just so fun.
I was not disappointed.
No. This is what we brought back to the room. What do you call that?
I had like a cream puff or something.
Cream puff pastry. That's like, that lemon. That lemon thing was so good. It had like lemon cream inside of it. And then those other ones are just regular croissants.
I didn't want to get too much because it would go to waste.
That's right. After we got our baked goods and had lunch, it was about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So we drove around a little bit more with Kishore. And we had plans that evening to go play poker in a poker tournament. So we let Kishore off the hook and let him leave a little early and had him take us back to the hotel so we can get a little bit of rest and get ready to go play some poker later on that night. Little did we know, though, the poker rooms were all shut down. There was nobody there, so we ended up calling an audible, and we went out and karaoke'd again. Right across the street from our hotel is this little bar called Nowhere Special. And they had karaoke on Tuesday night, so we went over there and jumped in.
Oh, baby, I reconsider my foolish notions, and I need someone to hold me, but I'll wait for something more, 'cause I gotta have faith.
It was really a laid-back vibe, lots of great people. We made some friends over there, and just a good end to a good day.